everybody, welcome to the Huddle. I'm Sophie Julia, here again with Matt Demecki.
What's up, what's up?
All right, today we're going to talk about Dez Bryant. He recently gave some advice to young kids playing football. Basically, he said his advice he would give was to tell kids to get their body right and not play hurt like he has. He said a mistake he made was sacrificing his body to get back in the game and make plays. And he said fans don't understand the physical toll that players go through and what he's gone through playing hurt. So Matt, what do you think of this advice telling kids to not play hurt?
I think that's one of the stupidest things that Dez Bryant has ever said in his career. Because first of all, here's the thing. Like, if you know what you're going into when you play football. Like, you understand I am going to get hurt. Probably every season you're probably going to get hurt. You're telling kids that are upcoming that, listen, like, if you're hurt just a little bit, don't even play. Like, don't take a day off. You know what? I mean, it's obviously not paid for him because he hasn't played well in the past 3-4 years. So I don't understand this advice from Dez Bryant. I think it's stupid.
Okay, first of all, he didn't say don't just play hurt a little bit. He said don't play through your injury, like make sure your body's okay. And honestly, what are you gonna tell kids? Go out there and if you're really hurt, keep playing through it and get even more hurt? I think he's trying to be a good role model and like appease some of the parents because, I mean, what if a kid is injured and then they keep going out there because Dez Bryant didn't say that, and then they get even more injured and they can't even make it to college football or the NFL.
I'm just saying, these kids should take advice from a different wide receiver in the NFC East. Alshon Jeffrey, this man has a torn rotator cuff. He played the entire season, and he's got a nice little ring on his finger. I mean, these are the...
but he's lucky.
No, he is lucky. I'm saying that, but I just think that Dez Bryant, like, the past 3-4 years, like, what has he done? His production on the field has been lousy. I mean, obviously, we see him all the time fighting with coaches on the sideline. Like, this is the last person to give kids advice on not playing injured in a football game. You know what I mean? And with football, obviously, it's very physical, and I understand that. But, like, it's just dumb to me that Dez Bryant's saying this. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
So I understand your argument that, like, it's coming from Dez because, I mean, Dez is not, like, the person that they should look up to right now. Like, exactly. he did make this into a poor football players. Fans don't understand what we go through, and he's been like a bit of a crybaby as of late.
A lot of a crybaby, for sure.
But going back to the kids getting hurt, I mean, it's more. Like, all the studies are coming out now that, like, the long-term effects that football has on the brain, and especially if you're getting hit at this young of an age and getting these bad injuries as a kid.
But isn't it simple as just saying don't play football? Like, if you're gonna be complaining about, oh man, injuries, poor me, you know what? Like, I played through injuries. Yeah, everybody in football has played through injuries. Yeah. It's not just you.
Well,
Sorry, poor you.
That's true. That's true.
You know, like, everybody on the field in the Super Bowl, everybody was probably injured. They had an injury or two. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just him playing injured. Like,
of course, every player plays injured of some sort, and like after the season they get their surgeries and whatever, and everyone toughs it out. But I do think that, like, there should be more precautions taken with kids because if they get an injury so bad that they can't even get the opportunity to play in the NFL because it's happening to them as a kid, maybe just the game as a whole should, like, take a step back on, like, playing through injury, like what type of injury.
I mean, people forget we all have the option to play or not play football. You know what I mean? Those people who take the chance and play football, like, they understand what's going to happen. They understand that you are going to be injured a majority of the season.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Training camps are brutal. Those 2-a-days, like, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's just being smarter about it. It's just, you can't just come out and say, don't play. Like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Come on.
Okay. He's not saying don't play football. Okay. Anyways.
I'm just saying.
Would you let your kids play football?
Personally, I wouldn't.
Me either.
I wouldn't, because the physical nature of the game, the long-term effects, like, that's where I agree with him. Like, there's going to be long-term effects when you play football. So that's why I would never let my kids play football. Yeah.
So I guess you're saying if you are someone that wants your kids to play football.
Yeah. I think this advice just came from the wrong person.
Yeah, I think it just rubs you the wrong way because
I was like, come on, Dez Bryant, really?
Speaking of Dez, what do you think the Cowboys are going to do with him this offseason? What should they do with
Cowboys?
him? Yeah.
I mean, I would try to get rid of him because they should give Bryce Butler a chance. Because Bryce Butler, when he stepped in for Dez Bryant last season, I mean, he meshed with Dak Prescott really well, and Dak and Dez haven't really had that chemistry that they had. But yeah, I think they should try to trade him. Maybe ask him to take a pay cut, but I don't see Dez being on the team next year.
Yeah, I mean, he's overpaid, and he's been declining since he was drafted.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He's a bit of a locker room cancer.
Yeah,
and
exactly. I would.
He said that he only wants to play for the Cowboys. So if that's the case, then maybe he's just gonna have to take a pay cut.
I just think best case scenario for the Cowboys would be just getting rid of him, get him off the books, clear cap space.
Who do you think could use him?
Here's an interesting team that I think. I think the Seattle Seahawks. I think they always lack the receiver. Doug Baldwin's there, but I think to have Dez Bryant on the other side, he's not going to have as much pressure like being the #1 guy.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best spot for him.
And they have some big personalities in that locker room.
A lot of them, but I think Dez would be fine in that kind of environment.
All right, so moral of the story, maybe don't take your advice from Dez Bryant.
Definitely not Dez Bryant. Take it from somebody else besides that man. God.
All right, well, thank you so much for tuning into The Huddle, and we'll see you again tomorrow.